And you know we're called the ad-lib last-minute players, and this is really last-minute. So, it's supposed to be fun, and we hope you enjoy it with our mistakes and all. Thank you. On with the show.
Fantastic, Wally. Okay. I think they need a minute or two. I don't know if there's enough time for me to do a song. You want a song or a story?
Story.
A story? Okay, here's a story. I grew up in Wisconsin, not very far from here. And when I was a kid, I did I was a little small, I did any kind of job that was available. I picked potatoes, worked on a chicken farm, I mixed cement, played music when I was old enough. I don't know if any of you remember, there used to be a restaurant on Jericho Turnpike in Wisconsin called Crowley's Restaurant. Nobody remembers that? Anybody? Yes, okay. Mrs. Crowley, in fact, used to be a member here before she passed away. Well, I was very good friends with their son, Danny. So one day, Danny said to me, he says, Jim, he says, you wanna work in the restaurant for one day? I said, yeah, all right. He said, it's Mother's Day, on Mother's Day. I said, Monday's the, I don't care, yeah. So what do you want me to be? What do you want me to do, rather? He said, well, you could be the busboy. I said, what does that mean? He said, well, there's going to be waitresses and waiters, he said, and when they tell you, you just clean off the table. You clean off the table, get everything off the table, because it's going to be a very busy day. And it really was a very busy day. There was people, the bar was packed, waiting, all those people waiting to come into the dining room. So I'm in there, and he said, you have to wear a white shirt and tie. So I said, okay, wear a white shirt to come in. Mrs. Crowley sends me out into the dining room. It was packed, right? The waitresses are flying by with trays and everything. The waitress comes over to me and says, Jimmy, she says, take care of table 4. So I look around, there's no numbers on the table. You know, like they all know this in their head. But I don't know, I count, I figured out 1, 2, 3, 4, count the table. I go up to table 4, and I start taking all the stuff off the table. There was no food there, but there was like napkins and butter and dishes and bread and silverware and glasses and all this kind of stuff. I took everything off, everything away, right? People at the table never said a word to me. I brought everything in the kitchen, and they were so busy in there, they didn't know what I was doing, so I take all that stuff, put it in. I'm thinking to myself as I'm going, this stuff looks clean, it doesn't even look like it was used. So all of a sudden, the waitress comes out with a tray of all the dinners and everything. She goes over. I said, what happened to all the setup? So I said, what do you mean? I said, you told me to clean table 4. She said, this is not table 4. I said, how am I supposed to? I don't know what table 4 is. So here she is with the whole tray of all this stuff. There's nothing on the table. And the people at the table never said anything to me. They just let me take all this stuff away. So anyway, Danny comes over to me, he says, Jimmy, this is not working out. I said, I know. I said, you got anything else I need to do? He said, would you mind working in the kitchen? I said, you mean cooking? He says, no. He says, like washing pots? I said, yeah, fine. So I had a blast in there, working with all the German people in the kitchen, and I was washing pots, and it was fun. So they never let me in the dining room again. Are we ready, guys?